Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order, please, the legislative agenda for Monday, July 22nd. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lundy,
Here.
Commissioner Durrett. Here. Commissioner Oster. Here. Commissioner Ward.
Here.
Commissioner Schoonmaker.
Here.
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Lee. Commissioner Beeler. Commissioner Daly.
Here.
Commissioner Jay.
Here.
Commissioner Frazier.
Present.
10 members are present.
Thank you. Also joining me here to my left are members of the clerk's office, and to our far right is Director Moyers with the law office. Are there any elected officials in the audience? I know that we'll be recognizing our mayor here in a moment. I see none. All right, we will go on to our devotional, please, by Commissioner Oster.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Sometimes I'll change my devotion on what I think I'm going to do, but this one I kept because it was kind of on kindness. And I think we're all at a point the last few weeks we realize that there's kind of a low supply of kindness, unfortunately, in our country. And so I think that in the position that we all sit in up here, we can definitely agree to disagree. We do disagree on ways to get certain ways, and it can get passionate and can get spirited, but it never needs to get ugly and personal. And I don't know if social media has caused some of it. I think it's great in some aspects, and it can be really ugly in others. I think there are some times that you have to scroll past something that you really just don't need to comment on. I do that frequently, and it takes all I've got most of the time, but I do, because sometimes you just need to move on and not get so bogged down with it. And we always say we want our kids and our grandkids to exemplify kindness, but we have to be willing to show it to them. They're not going to get it anywhere else. And so you can definitely disagree with people, but you need to understand that they're people, and politics is a complete different thing than people. And just don't lose sight of that. Sometimes you need to slow down. You don't know if somebody in a car has just gotten really bad news from the doctor. You don't know if somebody in the line in front of you that's being slow, that's frustrating, you may not be taking care of a sick family member. Things are going on in everybody's lives, and sometimes we need to take a break and be a little kind. And, you know, people are moving here left and right, and we know that. And one of the reasons they're coming here, it's for many reasons, but it's for the people, because we are kind and hospitable. And we need to just keep that in mind and keep that Southern value and Southern attitude going. I bought a shirt a couple of years ago from a friend whose child's autistic. And the saying was, when you can be anything, choose to be kind. And I think that really is really important in this day and time as we get closer to elections and things are so divisive. There's something we can all have in common, and we can find some common ground. And it may not be politics, but it's not that person. You don't have to hate them. So I think that's important to keep in mind. And I want to just say the verse from Proverbs 16:24, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. If you'll pray with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the people I sit with on this commission. Even though we may disagree and have different ways to go about things, let us always remember that we're trying to work for the good of our community, and let our constituents see that we do have a heart for Knox County and for serving the people. I do pray for our county, for our state, and for our country, and for your mighty hand to be upon us for peace, prosperity, and kindness. Thank you in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner Oster. The pledge now, led by Commissioner Daly.
Everyone would please stand and give the proper salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm looking at some changes to our agenda, commissioners. Please note, that add items 16, 24, and also not listed, but you got a copy of it, R 247905. We have 2 items deferred to August, items 32 and 35. Withdrawals, items 3, 30, 38, and 39. And on non-consent tonight will be items 27, 28, 29, 33, 34, 36, 37, and 40. We also are adding a brief presentation by Roads and Engineering. Do I have a motion to approve this amended agenda?
Second.
Motion by Jay, second by Durant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm looking for a motion to approve the government consent and educational calendar. Motion by Jay, second by Durant. Any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
item 10, we were going to discuss.
You are right, Commissioner Daly, and I did make a note of that. Would you like that discussed before or after a vote on the consent agenda?
Go ahead and vote. We can vote.
All right, thank you. We have a proper motion and second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to discussion of item 10. Commissioner Daly.
Thank you. Mr. Adams here. There he is. I see Superintendent Roswick's here. Come on. You ain't getting off that easy. Kind of in the dark. Andrew Brown's here, one of my great principals from South Dole Middle there for a while. Then he went to Central. Boo. And then he went downtown. This is I wanted to bring this forward. Thank you, Mr. Adams, for what you've done and all your staff. This is a promise that's going to be kept with Christy. She couldn't be here. But we bought land for a brand new Hopewell Elementary School. And I've heard for the last 8 years that they don't care about South Knoxville. And I tell you, yes, we do. It takes time. Government moves slow, okay? It took a while to do it, but we do have the land, and hopefully, Mr. Caldwell, I'd love to see a ribbon cutting about 2027 in there for the new Hopewell. All our growth in South Knoxville, I'm going to say not all, 80% of our growth is in this new Hopewell school district. And so, would you like to say anything before I brag on you a little bit more?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Daly, Commissioners, I would like to thank you for all of your efforts. This has been a collaborative effort. You worked hand in hand on us, with us trying to find some land, and it was a task, but we found what I would like to say a perfect piece of land. And not only do we care about South Knoxville, we love South Knoxville because I used to be an administrator at Southdale High School. So it's near and dear to my heart, and that is a special community. And I'm very excited about the ribbon cutting as well. But again, thank you for all your efforts working with us.
It is, and I'm looking forward. It was great to work with you to find this property, and it's a promise kept. It's like, I believe it was one of these Adrian Burnett deals that when we had the fire in the 90s, we were going to get a new school. South Knoxville, we're going to get a new school. We said we were, and we're going to do it. So thank you very much. Thank you, Superintendent, staff. Appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you for being there. Next item, please.
Item number 27, R-24-7-101, honoring the University of Tennessee baseball team for winning the 2024 College World Series.
Do I
Motion
have,
to approve.
Have a motion by Durrett. Do I have a second by Lee? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And before you start, please, also, we have another reading that our mayor would like to give also, so don't run off after this one.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Coach Vitello, thank you for the work you have done with our baseball team. We have seen the improvement since you've been here. And I mean, I don't know if anybody else knew this, but we kind of won the World Series. And so because of that, we wanted to celebrate you, your team, all of your accomplishments with this honorary resolution today. And I will read it for you. Whereas the 2023-2024 University of Tennessee baseball team captured both the SEC regular season and tournament titles on their way to the national tournament as the #1 overall seed, and whereas this University of Tennessee baseball team was the first UT team since 1951 to play in the College World Series championship, and whereas Tennessee's dynamic duo of Christian Moore and Blake Burke were named as first-team All-Americans for their season-long efforts in helping the team reach their goals, and whereas Moore had one of the greatest statistical seasons in SEC history, winning the Triple Crown by leading the conference in batting average, home runs, and runs batted in, while also setting a program record for home runs in a single campaign and for a career. And whereas Dylan Dreiling was recognized as the most outstanding player in the Men's College World Series, becoming the first person in NCAA history to hit a home run in all 3 games of the series. And whereas Drew Beam was recognized for his efforts on the mound and in the classroom, as he was named SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year, and was aided by Kirby Connell creating a dominating pitching staff. And whereas Xander Sechrist received a nod in the final game from head coach Tony Vitello, propelling the Vols to their first national championship title by closing with back-to-back victories over Texas A&M. And whereas the 2023-2024 Tennessee Vols baseball team is the first in NCAA history to have 5 players with at least 20 home runs in a season. And whereas the Tennessee Vols baseball team also made history as it became the first #1 seed to win a national title since 1999. And whereas the Knox County Commission joins fans of the talented Tennessee Vols baseball team in recognizing their SEC record 60 wins and national championship title. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commission of Knox County as follows. The Commission of Knox County hereby honors and congratulates the University of Tennessee baseball team, Coach Tony Vitello, and all associated with the program for their historic season, which culminated in winning the 2024 College World Series. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to the University of Tennessee baseball team, and in doing so, wish them the best in seasons to come. Be it further resolved that this resolution is to take effect from and after its passage as provided by the Charter of Knox County, Tennessee, the public welfare requiring it. Can we all get a round of applause for Coach Vitello? Would you like to say anything?
Sure. Honored to be here, and also out of place. This is not a baseball field or a locker room, so I'll watch my language, but also try and keep it brief. But I do want to say overwhelming is the word to describe winning the final game with our guys. The parade was more than overwhelming, and then the work we've had to do, not looking for sympathy because it's been a good life, but the work has been overwhelming too. So it's little moments like this, just sitting there and then hearing these things that have helped kind of call to attention that we need to enjoy what went on a little bit, but it'll sink in more as time goes on and we get a timeout somewhere along the line. But sticking with that word overwhelming, just the one thing I did want to say is the most overwhelming part of this has been going around the state or being at the airport or being here and seeing how this has affected people's lives that live in this state or cheer for the Vols or are part of Vol Nation in any way, shape, or form. And again, the stories have been incredible, and they're great to hear because everybody deserves to bask in the glory of winning this thing because everybody had a hand in it. And I'm just glad that I had a small piece of it. And I know everyone wants more, but again, for now, hopefully everyone can enjoy it, including our coaching staff. And we'll work hard this year to win some more games. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, now don't run off.
Yeah.
We've got to hear from our mayor, and then if we could get a couple
Okay.
of pictures.
Thank you.
Hey, man, how are you? Good to see you. I'm Glenn Jacobs. I'm Knox County Mayor, 400 Main Street right here in town. This is a little weird for me because normally I'm the person that everybody's like run up to wanting pictures and stuff with, and tonight it's someone else is in the room. But this is a proclamation on behalf of the people of Knox County's publicly recognized University of Tennessee baseball team. I'm not going to read it because it's very similar to what the commission had there. But nevertheless, yeah, you're exactly right. This is important for our community. Anytime that University of Tennessee athletics does well, it just lifts our entire community up. So thank you so very much. Congratulations on a great season. You guys are, in my opinion, the top college baseball program in the country. So I know the bar is set pretty high, but we expect a lot more out of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, we're going to get you up here for a picture.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to get our pictures.
I got you. Pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I got some girlfriends that'll be so jealous. No, okay. Thank you, Tony. Okay, so I'll take a deep breath and come back down again. That's exciting, yeah. And thank you, Commissioner Durrett, for arranging that for us. Oh, well, thank you. All right, next agenda item, please.
Item number 28, R-24-7-102, is honoring Mike and Pam Duncan and the Duncan family in celebration of Duncan Boat Dock's 80th anniversary and recognition of their impact on the Rocky Hill and Riverbend neighborhoods.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion on the floor by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Your motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, my fellow commissioners. I am proud to welcome the Duncan family here to commission and to celebrate entrepreneurship and to celebrate family business. As someone who's been in and is still part of a family-owned business, I can tell you it is rewarding but often challenging. And we all know starting any new business is daunting, to say the least. According to the US BLS, 20% of all new businesses fail within the first 2 years of being open, 45% within the first 5 years of being open, and 65% within the first 10 years. And in family businesses, only 30% survive the transition from first to second generation, 12% survive from the second to third generation, and only 13% survive past 60 years. I'm proud to say that the Duncan Boat Dock has succeeded and bucked every one of those odds before you today. They are now in the fourth generation of ownership, which I think is truly amazing. And if you are a Rocky Hill or Riverbend neighborhood community member and you think of family, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. If you think of community, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. And when you think of the friendliest place in Knox County, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. I'm happy to welcome Pam, Mike, and Rebecca Duncan here today, and I'd like to celebrate their 80th anniversary with the following proclamation. Whereas the Duncan family settled the East Tennessee Valley in the late 1700s, where they began a new life of farming, working hard through the Civil War, the Great Depression, and 2 world wars. And whereas the opportunity knocked when the construction of the Fort Loudon Dam began in 1940, as the Tennessee Valley Authority began harnessing the raging river to provide electricity for millions. And whereas Benjamin Franklin, or Frank Duncan Jr., and his oldest son, Frank Landon Duncan, or Landon, set about building a dock and homestead before the lake was filled by the end of 1943. And whereas prior to his new role as dockmaster, Frank Duncan Jr. had been a road worker, deputy sheriff, carpenter, school bus driver, and farmer. And whereas in the early days of dock operations, the economy was rough, and one would often see boat owners come to the dock simply to sit in their boats because the price of gas was so expensive. Over the course of the first few decades, the art of dock sitting became commonplace. Whereas in the 1950s, 60s, and early 70s, many groups called the Lakers and the River Rats were prevalent and offered a source of entertainment along with local gossip, tall tales, local and national news, and community connections. And whereas after Landon Duncan's untimely and accidental death in the summer of 1973, Brother Ben Duncan Jr. assumed the role of dockmaster while also continuing his community responsibilities to the farm, an egg production business, and delivering our local mail. Whereas for over 40 years, Ben Duncan Jr. was a staple of the Rocky Hill and Riverbend community and was viewed as a father figure to many. Ben's quiet, consistent, patient, observant, stern, yet approachable, and dependable, quick-witted, and respectful manner earned him the nickname Uncle Ben to all who were welcomed at the dock. And whereas over the coming decades, the Duncan Boat Dock continued to evolve, adding boathouses, additional slips, more convenient services, and serving as a home base for countless fishing and boating enthusiasts while also continuing to provide very meaningful summer employment and unique job opportunities to area youth. And whereas in 2017, shortly before his passing at the age of 92, where he spent almost every day at the dock, Ben Duncan Jr. sold the dock to his great-nephew, Mike Duncan, and his wife, Pam, and their family, where they both assumed the role as dockmasters together. And whereas many of the same elements remain today, including the original dock and office, the $5 ramp fee, the honor system drop box, the custom feeding of the massively huge carp enjoyed by generations of children. And whereas Mike and Pam Duncan continue to upgrade the facility with new docks, slip coverings, lifts, accommodations for a new float plane, new ice cream service, and several seasonal amenities, while also maintaining the community-focused service and neighborhood environment enjoyed by countless families. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Commission of Knox County as follows. The Commission of Knox County hereby honors Mike and Pam Duncan, the Duncan family, and the entire team at the Duncan Boat Dock for 80 years of dedicated service to Knox County and their continued significant impact on the Rocky Hill and Riverbend neighborhoods. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the Duncan family today, and be it further resolved that the resolution to take effect from and after its passage as provided by the Charter of Knox County, Tennessee, the public welfare requiring it. Please help me celebrate 80 years of family business and entrepreneurship and the Duncan family.
Okay, thank you. We really do appreciate the recognition. We feel so honored to be able to continue the legacy of Duncan Boat Dock for the generations to come. We had no idea that our 80th year would bring such prosperity to the baseball team, but we were glad we could do that. Who knows what's going to happen in year 81. So 30 years ago, when Uncle Ben celebrated the 50th anniversary, he agreed to let us have a tagline of happy boating. We might need to change that to kind boating after what we started with today. So thank you for the opportunity to serve the community, to be a part of it, and we look forward to many more years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you all would join me.
Thank you, everyone. We also are adding a very brief presentation by Roads and Engineering. Mr. Snowden, would you like to, or someone in your service like to introduce this little video? The answer to that is sure.
Can't wait.
Sure.
I'll be glad to, Madam Chair. Yeah, when you said earlier, presentation by engineering, I'm like, okay. I was surprised me with that one. But yeah, the mayor's videographer team put this together. Appreciate everybody's support. We got a expenditure for in last fiscal year 25 budget that you guys approved for this project that is really going to be something that, most road projects people consider to be, 10 years down the road and multi-million dollars. This is a project that people see under construction in the next 12 months, and really will be something that probably is in a neighborhood of, somewhere in the $2 million range, which in road construction terms anymore is really, really quite amazing. So I appreciate the support of this project. It's something we're going to have a public meeting on next week to kind of talk a little bit more about it. It's something that obviously is a first phase of multiple phases that you'll see throughout the, hopefully the next coming years for the Hardin Valley community, and we're excited to get it started.
Thank you. And kudos too to media for pulling this together. They did a great job. And Jim, I have to say, I think this is a great way to announce video or announce projects and let the people know. So. Who has it? Okay, I'm going to have to get on media for this because they sent it specifically wanting it featured. You did not get it? I'll let you search if you can. And I do apologize. I was specifically asked to bring this and present it. So we'll move along, and if Drew's able to find it, we'll show it. If not, then there'll be another day. What's the title? Oh, Commissioner Frazier has it.
A fatal construction flaw in all recent automobiles makes it virtually
This is.
We all know the Hardin Valley area faces some serious challenges when it comes to congestion. I'm really happy about this project because it's a cost-effective way of greatly improving traffic flow in this area, which is good for the people of Hardin Valley and all of Knox County. I'd like to thank our folks at Engineering Public Works for listening to the community and coming up with this solution.
Hardin Valley has consistently been the fastest growing area in all of Knox County for the last 2 decades. So as you can imagine, the community has really felt the challenges that come with growth. And it's been very challenging to really keep up with supportive infrastructure. So this is a great project to address some of the issues that we've been having as far as traffic congestion and safety in the Pellissippi area moving west on Hardin Valley.
This is the main entrance to Hardin Valley right here. We are primarily at this point along a commercial corridor, which tends to take a greater bulk of the traffic.
I built this road 20-some years ago, and it functioned well for the first 8 to 10 years. Anybody that drives west on Hardin Valley knows there's rampant residential growth down here, and everybody is trying to get to Pellissippi and the interstate system. So we just really need to be able to build in more capacity for people to get to that interstate system. The road right now is 3 lanes with shoulders, curb and gutter, and sidewalks. A lot of commercial activities developed over in this community since this road was originally developed in its current configuration. So my team identified a project to take this 3-lane section of road and convert it to 5-lane. That way we can essentially double our capacity, still maintain our center turn lane for safety, for turning movements, and really just impact just the north side of the street. Usually people think of these road projects and they see 10, 15, $20 million, 5, 10 years. This is a project probably cost us a couple of $1 million and really be able to get done in 2 years.
I'm very hopeful that once this part is finished, that it will offer some immediate relief so that those going deeper into Hardin Valley will not have to fight the fight quite so hard.
This is a good first step. We're going to continue to work hard to get that supportive infrastructure in the Hardin Valley community and hopefully ease the pressure of that growth and development.
We are working hard toward making sure that Hardin Valley becomes a more mobile and transportation-friendly community. All right, I thought that was a great idea that was put together with Media and Roads and Engineering. Jim, who did dream this up?
Are you referring to the video?
Yes.
Or just that was, I think, accumulation. I think it was, the mayor's communication team, engineering, constituent service, just everybody kind of talked about it and felt like it might be a good way to be able to get the word out to that community. So
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, moving on. We have public forum, and it was about an item that was actually removed from our agenda, and I don't believe Ms. Bike is here. Am I correct? All right, thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is the approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
Motion by Daly, second by Frazier. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item number 29, line item transfers, total amount of $28,000.
Second.
Motion by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is notary public applications. There were 171 received.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Durrett, second by Frazier. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item number 31, spread of record travel for the 2024 Tennessee County Services Association, TCSA, Spring Legislative Conference.
Thank you.
Item number 33, R-24-7-705, is resolution authorizing the acceptance of donations for Knox County Parks and Recreation of 2 parcels, 124AC-001 and 124AC-003, to be used for Knox County Parkland.
Motion
Thank you.
approved.
Motion by Daley, second by Jay. Do we have some discussion on this? Commissioner Daley?
Yes, we do. Mr. Mack and Mr. Kellogg. This is Matthew Kellogg from AMBC. Digs a lot of dirt. He plays in dirt a lot. And I will say, thank you to AMBC. They saved a piece of property. This is the way you do it, people. If you see a piece of property that you don't want developed, raise the money and go buy it. And that's what AMBC does, and they work with Legacy Parks. Matthew, thank you very much for what you do in the donation to Knox County Parks and Rec.
Certainly. Just wanted to speak to Commission briefly this evening. Again, Matthew Kellogg with the Appalachian Mountain Bike Club. And while we're a 17-year-old organization, we are dedicated to developing, building, and maintaining natural surface trails here in our county. And we're fortunate to be able to help maintain over 90 miles of trails here in Knox County. And we do that through a small staff and a large number of volunteers, which we're all very thankful to have here in the state of Tennessee. So we identified these 2 parcels that essentially were bisected by a trail that is very popular within Knox County. The Urban Wilderness South Loop traverses through this particular corridor, and it was important enough for our board and our membership and donor base to secure these properties and add to public land. And so, you know, it is a great privilege to be able to raise the funds, but also give these parcels to the county to be green space, and we're thrilled to do so. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Director Mack?
Good afternoon. Joe Mack, 2447 Southern Avenue. I just wanted to thank AMBC for the donation. We are in a situation where without partners like AMBC, what we do in the great parkland that we have in Knox County would not be possible. These donations make it possible for us to expand our services and to provide great recreational spaces for the citizens of Knox County. So I just wanted to thank Matthew and his folks at AMBC. They do a great job, not only with finding spaces and then making, or land and making donations, but also assisting us with maintaining trails throughout the county. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next item. Pardon? Yes, we have I apologize. I think we did not take a vote on that. We have a motion by Daley, second by Jay on the floor. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 34, Resolution R-24-7-902, is approving an amendment to the Knox County Sheriff's Office Employees Merit System Rules and Regulations to no longer allow individuals to appeal the denial of a request for reclassification.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Do we have any discussion? Commissioner Jay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The chairman of the Board of Directors for the Merit System is here, Mr. Chris Manning, and he's able to answer any questions anyone might have.
Thank you. Mr. Manning, if you'd come and give your name and address, please, you're welcome to have the floor.
The mic's not on. There.
Got it. I'm new here. Thank you, Madam Chair. This, again, is the council keeps reviewing the rules and regulations, and we found this to be rather counterintuitive for the overall good order and management of the sheriff's department, the sheriff's office. We understand, we as a council discussed this, wherein the employee has the opportunity to submit a request for reclassification, but once it's denied, then the rules state that they can grieve it to us, basically appeal it, which didn't appear to be the best use of resources or efforts, because the elected sheriff is the gentleman who makes the decisions within the agency, and every employee would then have the opportunity to disagree with the job classification they have and appeal it through the current rules and regulations. So it didn't seem to be the best way to have the work done by the commission. And that's why we were requesting that it be removed.
All right. For the record, would you give us your name and address?
Oh, I apologize.
That's all right.
Christopher Manning, 7000 Westland Drive, Knoxville.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Are there any questions? Any comments? Commissioner Jay? Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Oster.
That's okay. Mr. Manning, on the council, how many agreed to this change?
It was unanimous.
It was unanimous?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're just feeling like it would be kind of a questioning every time something happened, and so you kind of wanted to
So
reduce that?
where this came from is there was an employee, a civilian, that requested reclassification, and then the executive director was contacted. And when we actually looked at it and examined the possibilities of it, it totally was outside the good working order. I can just imagine every employee of the county doing this, and so we just boiled it down to the sheriff's office and thought this does not, I mean, I understand the intent, but then the practical application would have been unworkable.
Okay, good. I like that everybody agreed on that too.
Yes,
So that's rare that you get a unanimous, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Commissioner Jay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to note that we also have item number 37 is also from the merit system. So, Mr. Manning, if you just stick around, we may have some additional questions on that.
Certainly.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Seeing no other lights, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Your motion carries. We're now going to address the added item, please, and you all have a copy of that in front of you. Go ahead.
This is Resolution R-24-7-905, approving Amendment 1 to a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services for the operation of the Knox County Recovery Court and the Knox County Veterans Treatment Court, which amendment provides for an increase to the maximum liability of the state in the amount of $13,750.
Thank you. Motion by Daly, second by Lee. This was a phone call that I received Friday afternoon, and they just got notification that they actually were getting a little more money. So I was happy to make that exception and get it on our agenda. Are there any other comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 36, ordinance O-24-7-101, is to repeal and replace Knox County Code, Chapter 26, Article 6, Stormwater Management, to comply with the recently adopted State of Tennessee National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, NPDES, permit for small municipal separate storm sewer systems, MS4. And this amends ordinance number O-07-12-101, adopted January 28th, 2008, and ordinance 0-12-11-102, adopted December 17th, 2012, and ordinance O-13-3-102, adopted April 29th, 2013. This is on first reading.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments about this? Seeing none, this does require a roll call vote.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Oh, I apologize. May I have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Schoonmaker, second by Frazier. Roll call, please.
all right, Commissioner Lundy voted aye. Commissioner Durrett?
Aye.
Commissioner Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Ward?
Aye.
Commissioner Schoonmaker,
Aye.
Commissioner Hill,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee. Aye. Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly,
Aye.
Commissioner Jay,
Aye.
and Commissioner Frazier.
Aye.
Thank you. As unanimous. Next item, please.
Item number 37, ordinance O-24-7-102, amending the Knox County Code, Chapter 42, Article 2, Division 2, Section 42-67-3, to list a suspension with a loss of pay as a grievance, which may be addressed by the Merit System Board of Directors. This amends ordinance number O-22-6-103, adopted July 25th, 2022, and this is on first reading.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Frazier, second by Lee, or Jay. Is there any discussion on this?
Can we have Mr. Manning?
Commissioner Ward?
Mr. Manning, what was the vote on this before it came to us?
Again, Christopher Manning, 7,000 Westland Drive, Knoxville. It was unanimous, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions or comments? Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Manning, do you want to just give us a quick overview like
Certainly.
you did on the previous one? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So currently, the rules and regs read that an employee can grieve a suspension 3 days or more, or a loss of pay. So, logically, a suspension of 1 day or 2 days is a loss of pay. So it was almost in conflict. And so it was almost counterintuitive. So we, on a unanimous vote, we requested that be changed. The sheriff did not oppose the change, so that 1 and 2 day suspensions will also be included as grievable.
Thank you. Seeing no other lights, this requires I apologize. Did I get a motion on this? Thank you. I apologize for that. This does require a roll call.
Commissioner Durrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Oster,
Aye.
Commissioner Ward,
Aye.
Commissioner Schoonmaker,
Aye.
Commissioner Hill,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee,
Aye.
Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly,
Aye.
Commissioner Jay,
Aye.
Commissioner Frazier,
Aye.
That was passed.
and Commissioner Lundy. Aye.
Thank you. A motion approved unanimously. Next item, please.
Item number 40, ordinance O-24-5-101, amending the Knox County Code, Chapter 4, Article 1, beer, to provide the sale of beer in Knox County to be regulated by the county commission or a board or committee composed of county commissioners and appointed by the county commission. This amends ordinance O-09-3-107, adopted April 27th, 2009. This is on second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve? Second.
Motion by Oster, second by Frazier. Do we have any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this requires a roll call.
Commissioner Oster,
Aye.
Commissioner Ward,
Pass.
Commissioner Schoonmaker,
Aye.
Commissioner Hill,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee,
Pass.
Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly,
Pass.
Commissioner Jay,
Aye.
Commissioner Frazier,
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Durrett.
Aye.
And to pass, wish to vote.
Do the passes wish to vote? We'll have it. Hold on.
I changed mine if you need it, but I'll stay.
We have 7 ayes and 3 passes. Motion carries. Thank you. Public forum. Have no one signed up? Did anyone try to sign up that was unable to? Seeing none, other business. Commissioner Jay? Did you have that?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone that on August 17th, the Powell Station celebration will be going on, and it is a full, huge day of lots of fun things. Please put it on your calendar, August 17th.
All right. Are there any other discussion topics? Commissioner Upster?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If you get a chance, Knoxville Children's Theater is performing Cinderella, and I took Savannah on Saturday, and it was precious. They did a great job, and they've got quite a few shows coming up, so get on the schedule and go by there and watch. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioner Durrett?
Thank you, Madam Chair. 5 more days left of early voting, and Election Day is August 1st. Don't forget, get out and vote.
Thank you for the reminder. Commissioner Frazier?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to wish my mom and dad a happy 63rd anniversary today. Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment.
That's
Love you guys.
something, yes. All right, and you all remember, whenever you do a thing, act as if the whole world is watching. And on. Thank you. We are adjourned.
Go enjoy